these. And so if you don't want to be recorded, then feel free to switch off your video camera. Hi, Kath. How are you? Nice to see you. Love the glasses.
Thank you.
Is everyone still, is everyone working today, or is this like last day of work for most people?
No, till next Wednesday for me.
Oh,
next
wow.
Thursday.
So you're, yeah, that's going quite close to Christmas, isn't it then? What about everybody else?
Yeah, I'll be working till Thursday, actually.
Will you, Kath? Which is, gosh, what's that? Or mate, is that Christmas Eve?
It's 23rd. No, Christmas Eve is 24th. So it's Friday.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Have people got plans like for travel or anything over Christmas, New Year? Have you dared to make any?
You bet. I'm going down to the coast.
Hi, Nicole. Oh, lovely. That'll be so nice. Which part, Kat?
Aries Inlet.
Oh, what a lovely part too. Yeah. And Erin, Simone, are you in Melbourne, Victoria?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And Nicole, I know you're Western Australia, aren't you? Yep. Beautiful. I think we'll probably still have some people coming in, but I may as well kick off just because these sessions are short. So I want to be able to, you know, to cover as much as we can sort of in these sessions. So thanks for joining live speed styling session. So this one, I really wanted to talk about style formulas, which is kind of what I've been talking about, you know, sort of in my, if you're following me on social or in some of my emails, it's what I've been talking about sort of the last sort of month. And it's something that I sort of personally ascribe to in the way that I dress. And it's something that I also sort of teach my clients to sort of think about their clothing in. So it's, I suppose it's just style can be, I think, it can be really confusing because there's so many different, you know, parts to it. But what I love about this way of thinking and sort of having these formulas in your head is that I just find it really simplifies things for you. So hopefully, you know, going through this in a little bit more detail today might get you sort of, you know, thinking about what are the formulas that you can create for yourself, you know, that are going to really help to simplify that. And I'm going to share with you like some of mine personally that I use and sort of how I've built those as well. Does anyone have any like questions or anything just before we kick off, and I'll sort of, yeah, go through everything, or you just sort of happy for me to go through? Yeah, okay, beautiful. All right, I'm just going to open up my screen. Hopefully you should be able to see that now. I might just see if I can pop that into present. So hopefully you'll see that a little bit bigger. Can you all see that okay now? Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so the easiest way like that I think about style formulas is basically a simple way to build an impactful outfit over and over again. So the thing about it is it's repeatable. There's variations that you're going to kind of do within a formula, so you don't get bored. But there's like a structure and a consistent kind of method and way that you are putting outfits together. And this is literally kind of what I follow in my head all the time. So one of the examples that I gave when I was like just having a look around some of the people in media, and I was doing my own research about this, and one of the examples I gave when I was putting together the blog post for this was Hillary Clinton, because she's such a good example of like she follows this all the time, and particularly in her, you know, when she was running for president in her election campaign, she literally wore the same thing all the time, which was a pantsuit. You know, like 9 times out of 10, she would be on stage giving a speech or whatever she was doing within that campaign. She would be in a pantsuit. But look how different she looks across all those different pantsuits. And, you know, one of the things that particularly women, I think, when they are in those really, positions, very high public profile positions, they do use color really well. Because it's a really great way to stand out and be memorable. And she is just taken, she's just like, okay, the way I'm getting dressed is a pantsuit. It's in a different color each time. And she can really use color, because color is going to send a really different message depending on what she's using. She can think about, do I want to do red today? Do I really want to make an impact, stand out, be noticeable, or am I going to do something more subdued like the blue? The other thing that she does within her formulas, which I think is really interesting, is that she often makes it monochromatic. So under the purple, she's got a purple top. Under the blue top. She's even matched it with the blue necklace. The green, it's a green top. The red, the same. So she's, that's even another element that is within that formula, that she's like, it's a pantsuit and it's monochromatic. If she doesn't do it monochromatic, then, she might add a small amount of contrast with that, but she's just so consistent. And so we get a very consistent picture to her when she's always showing up like that, but she never looks the same, right? So this is the great thing about a formula. You're going to look consistent, but you've got enough variation within the formula itself. So these are some ideas that can help you, and things that you could base your formula on. So one is an item that you enjoy wearing, and ideally that item is also going to flatter your shape. So for example, if you are a female and let's say you love dresses and you have a shape where your hips are wider than your shoulders, an A-line dress might be one formula that you could have. So you would have A-line dress, and maybe you enjoy wearing that with a pair of heels, and you're going to do 2 accessories that sort of bring that outfit together. That could be your one formula. So that's one great way to think about what would be one way to sort of come up with your formula. Another one would be like the color combination or scheme. So that is part, of Hillary Clinton's there. She has a monochromatic color scheme within the pantsuit. So, I had a client only last week, and she loved that monochromatic look. It also really worked for her color palette. And so when we went shopping, we made sure that we were getting a pair of pants, a jacket, and a top in a very similar color, and there's her formula for her. And then all she needs to do is she's repeating that in different colors. So, we kind of got a soft muted blue, we got a blush pink, and she can repeat that with every single color in her palette. And she's got a very consistent look still. So a color combination is a really good one. I have black and white as one of mine because it works with my coloring. It doesn't work with everyone's. You want to know what works, what color combinations, if you do want one like that, what would work for your coloring. But I find that can be a really easy one to execute. You could also have a formula for an occasion or a situation. So one of the ones again that I have is when I'm like my everyday sort of dress, and if I'm at home in an office, or if I'm out at a client's or shopping with a client, the way that I would dress would be quite different if I would go, for example, to be speaking at an event or a presentation. So, at those sorts of events, I would want to have an outfit that's a bit dressier. I'd probably do a higher heel, and I want to have a bit more presence. So one of my formulas that I do, particularly when I'm public speaking or at a workshop, is I do a pencil skirt with a blouse with a high heel. Now, I wouldn't do that every day, but it's a formula that I really like when I'm presenting because I feel professional. I love a pencil skirt, suits my figure, and I can literally mix that up a million different ways with a different pencil skirt and a different blouse. But I pretty much 100% of the time I will wear that to a workshop. So that can be another thing that you can think about for a formula. And you might have ones, so I'm just going to let Jodie in. Hi, Jodie. I think she's still connecting to audio. So I think, like, if you're in that position, like, let's say, you know, you do public speaking, or maybe you do workshops with clients, you can have a think about a particular formula for that occasion or situation. The other thing that you can base a formula on is a hero or a statement item. So this is basically, you know, a piece that kind of stands out. So, you know, it's a piece that you don't need to do much else with it. Like the hero piece really kind of makes that outfit. So that if maybe you really love, you know, a power blazer, for example, that's got big shoulders, just as an example, that might be your hero item. You might have, you know, 5 different blazers, 10 different blazers in different colors, and then you build an outfit around that. So those are some ideas to think about to build your formula on. Let me just jump into, does anyone have any questions so far? Like, please feel free, you know, pop up your hands or just, you know, shout out as we're going through. Otherwise, you know, there'll totally be time at the end to cover. Everyone all good thus far? Yeah? Okay, beautiful. Thanks for the thumbs up, Kath. So this was one of the style formulas that I talked about this week. So like when you see it like this, you can start to visualize how many different options you could have when you have a very clear, simple, structured way of putting things together. And what you want to think about is, if you're purchasing an item, where does it fit within a formula? Because often what we do is we see something, we go, oh, that's nice, or, oh, I don't know, maybe it fits me okay, so I'm going to purchase it. But if that item doesn't work back with what's already in your wardrobe and you don't have things to already pair it with, then you either need to be buying new things to go with that item, or you'll find that you wear it in the same sort of way all the time. That, from my experience with, you know, a lot of women, that gets very, very boring. So let's say, you know, this would be an example, let's say for someone who's in her color palette, she suits really kind of bright, bold colors. And her neutrals are kind of those navies, blacks, whites is another one for her. And there's some accent colors there, like some really good accent colors that she loves to wear and that look amazing on her. So you kind of want to know those elements first, because that really helps for you to put a formula together that's very easy, where you've got lots of ones to mix and match within your wardrobe. So, you know, a great formula is, if, you know, let's say her body shape is also like, you know, either a rectangle, or she might be an inverted triangle, a smart casual tapered pant, super easy. You can buy that in navy, you can have that in black, you might have it in white, you might have it in grey. And then you're just adding a blouse or a shirt to that. You're going to add a pair of flats, and you're going to add an accessory. That, like, such a simple formula is literally like, you could extend that out in so many different ways and really get, like, I could literally sit here and create, you know, 30, 40 outfits with that, you know, just by saying, okay, you're going to have, you know, that same pair of smart casual tapered pant in 3 key neutrals for you, black, white, and grey, for example. You're going to have, you know, let's say 10 blouses in different colors, again, some neutrals and some accent colors. And when you have that in your wardrobe, it is so easy to mix and match them all. And this is how you really start to actually extend your wardrobe. You start, like, everything in your wardrobe, let's say 90% of your wardrobe should kind of go together and work together. Not every single piece is going to go together, because we do need to have, you know, some variation. But by and large, you really want to be able to have pieces in your wardrobe working hard for you ladies. Like it's an investment of money, no matter how much you spend in clothing. And just wearing it in one way, in my opinion, it's just not enough. Like, you need to be able to getting the maximum value and use out of your clothing. When you come up with a formula that you like, that suits you, that makes you feel good, then just buy pieces within that formula. That's how I do it. So I thought I would show you some of my formulas and how I work these literally on a daily basis. So one of mine is similar to what I just showed you. So I like a tapered pant. I like a tapered pant because it fits my body shape. So I'm an inverted triangle, and a tapered pant is nice because I'm pretty straight down the bottom. I don't have a lot of hips. I then I like a top or a blouse. A jacket, which can be optional. Don't always do the jacket, but the majority of the time I would, and I either do a sneaker or a heel. I can repeat this in so many different ways. So these are like, again, like in terms of colors, this is one of my best favorite colors. So it works back with everything else in my wardrobe because it's part of the same palette. So I do, you can see like on the left-hand side, I do the pant, a sneaker, t-shirt, and a blazer. Then to feel different on a different day, I switch up the t-shirt. I just do a different shirt underneath, and I might do different accessories. That outfit feels different. It looks different. It's not the same. If I want to like scale up and be a bit dressier, I do a boot. I pair it with a boot, or it could be a heel. I add, I've got some dressier blouses that I put underneath, and I do a cardigan. Or I just change the top underneath the cardigan and I do it with white, which again is a color that's in one of my best neutrals. And I could extend that out, that kind of formula with those pants, with, 5 other, black tops I've got. Black is one of my best neutrals. So this is where knowing what your best neutrals, your best colors can really help you with putting these together, because everything starts to match. So I literally do that. I do this formula not just with my pink pants. I do it with every single pair of tapered pants I have. So when I go shopping and I'm thinking about, I'd like some new clothes, maybe I'd like some new pants, I know I'm probably looking for a tapered pant. I'm not looking for a straight leg pant because that's not in a formula I have, and I don't really like straight leg pants. They don't suit my style, personality, and what I want to project. So I know I'm looking for a tapered pant. I have another formula with a wide leg pant, but it's different because a wide leg pant requires a different kind of look, and it's a different sort of balance. But if I just stick to the tapered pant, I know exactly how that works. And I have a loads of different variety within that one formula. Is that making sense so far, ladies, how it sort of works? Yeah, okay. I want to show you one of the other formulas that I do, which is a pleated skirt. So a pleated skirt is it's like an item that I love. I've loved it for many years. I love wearing them, and it's also kind of like a hero item as well, because there's a lot of bit of drama in that. It's a bit of a statement piece, especially when it's in a color, and I like color, and I can do color on my bottom half because proportionally that's my smallest area, so it helps to balance me. That's again where not having that piece, the different ingredients of your style, so knowing your body shape helps you create, your best formulas. So here again, like you can see, like I probably have 6 or 8 pleated skirts in my wardrobe, and I just rework it all the time. I choose a pleated skirt, I mix that with a blouse. I will typically tuck the blouse in. I might add a jacket, and again, I do my sneakers or my heels, depending on what I've got on during the day. And then, I mix it up with my accessories and my jewelry. I normally will add some kind of big earring to most of those pieces. But this, again, like if I'm going shopping and I'm thinking about, okay, maybe I'd like to add another skirt, I'm looking for pleated skirts. I'm not looking for A-line skirts. I'm not really looking at pencil skirts if I'm thinking of this formula. I'm not looking even at like those kind of maxi hippie skirts that are all out in the stores right now. they don't fit for me, they don't work for me, they're not part of my formula. This is what I've sort of put together for me, and I just stick to it. And this is what helps you start to build a really consistent image, and you start to be seen in a really consistent way. So it helps you really have that strengthen like that brand that you're presenting to the world. So changing, just changing up the skirt, the color, the blouse, the jacket in this one gives me an enormous amount of outfits in one formula. So I kind of recommend having I probably have about 4 or 5 formulas, and I would recommend, as a starting point, start with one, of course, but then look at probably creating 3 or 4. I find 3 or 4 is a nice number to have as go-to ways of putting things together. So where do you start, like, to kind of creating a style formula for yourself? So one thing, like I mentioned sort of earlier, is like, what do you enjoy wearing? And do you enjoy wearing dresses? Do you like wearing skirts? Maybe you like I don't know, maybe like I love blazers. Like I love blazers, and I love like the I kind of like colored blazers. So literally, like, I have another formula based around colored blazers. So, have a think about what are the items that you really, really enjoy wearing. That for me is probably the easiest one and the best one to start with, because clothes should make you happy. We have to put them on every day. You're in them for 12 hours a day or however long your day is. So I think you have to feel good wearing them. So I'd probably encourage you, that's the best one to start with. And then have a think about what suits your body shape. So, as I was mentioning, if it's a dress, well, are you looking at an A-line dress or are you looking at a pencil dress? Because they're quite different. Do you suit, for example, like I suit a taper pant because that's my body shape. But if you're, let's say you're sort of proportionally biggest on your bottom half, maybe a wide leg pant is going to be a better option for you. So you definitely want to have a think about what suits your body shape. What colors? Colors are a really good one as well to build a style formula around. Maybe you like bright colors. For me, bright colors and lots of contrast, is something that I really enjoy wearing. You might be like my client sort of last week, and she loves monochromatic looks. She finds it super easy just to put an outfit together where they're all in the same shade, or maybe it's all blues, maybe it's all grey, and you just, add some accessories to that look. The other one that I'd really, this, I suppose you kind of want to overlay your formulas with what do you want your image to say. This is important, like whatever you're putting together as a look, it should support how you want to show up. So, if you want to be showing up, let's say you want to show up as relevant, for example. Let's say you're a female, maybe you're in your 50s, and you sort of like, I want to make sure that I still look relevant to today. So you might consider as one of your formula having a formula that kind of includes a piece of clothing that not like a fashion fad, but it's a contemporary piece. So that could be, for example, a wide leg pant. Wide leg pants have been, in for some seasons now. Now they're kind of just absolutely everywhere. But that would be more, help you to be seen as more relevant and more contemporary than like a classic traditional suit pant. You wouldn't want that to be part of a formula. So does that, hopefully that sort of makes sense. You always want to think about your image has to support your goals. If your clothes aren't doing that, then they're not working hard enough. That is something that I talk about all the time as well. Your clothing is there not to it's not to, you know, define you in a sense, but it's absolutely there to support you, and it should be supporting the image that you want to present to the world. And if you're not clear on what that is either, then I would definitely encourage you to, you know, have a think about, how do you want other people to see you? Professional, credible, fun, creative, relevant, you know, whatever it is. That's a really important linkage to have with your formulas. Does that kind of give everyone a bit of an idea about how to use formulas, and like what, like how you can work them, and how you might go off and sort of start some of your own?
Yeah, I think it sounds like you just need to be disciplined. Like I'll just purchase stuff that doesn't match anything, but I just really like it. But then you're kind of left with quite a few of those things that, you know, I don't have a white t-shirt or that kind of thing. So yeah, I got to think the formula a bit more for work gear, definitely.
Yes, Simone. And, you know, I hear that all the time from women who just say, but I got that, you know, because I liked it. And I was like, okay, that's great. But what does that go with? And what is that working within your wardrobe? So a good thing, a good question when you're out shopping, this is for all the ladies, is what three items already can I pair this within my wardrobe, or what 3 outfits can I create? Because I find that kind of tends to stop you a bit, and you have to sort of consciously think about that item a bit as well. If you can't already make 3 outfits with it, then you either need to go and purchase more things so that you can, or you're literally just going to wear that maybe with 1 or 2 things, and that gets boring pretty quickly. And it's just, as I said, like, make your clothes work hard for you, because you don't actually need a big wardrobe, and you don't need a lot of clothes when you're buying the correct ones that work. Yeah.
I guess
Hi.
that was super helpful, Lucy. I was thinking about the fact that I kind of have some favorite places that I go back to and look for clothes in, and then they like change all their colors. Like, so I sort of like, you know, the sort of reds and browns and those sort of colors. But then they all have different colors one season to the next and stuff.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you need to have a pretty broad range of places that you're looking. I'm a bit narrow in the number of places that I look.
Look, I don't know that that's necessarily true, Kath. Like, I think it also depends on like how often you want to be updating your wardrobe. So if you're going to a place, and let's say that particular season they don't have, you know, any colors at all that you don't like, I mean, I'm not sure if they would have at least one thing or a neutral or something that you could purchase that you like.
Okay.
I don't think that that's one of the considerations. It's like, how often do you want to be updating your wardrobe? You're absolutely right that colours is so seasonal. When you see your best colours, buy it. Like, I always say that to people, especially when it's in a style that you like. But don't forget, you know, like, there's also neutrals, and neutrals are so easy. They're typically in season, you know, you can always get a neutral, and then think about, can you then add in the color with another element, and maybe that's a scarf or a piece of jewelry, maybe it's nail polish or something like that.
Okay. Cool.
But probably you'd want to have more than one place, Kat. Like,
I've got a couple. And the other thing I was thinking about was, you know, like jackets on, you know, that go over the top of things, and they vary a lot too. I mean, I know I guess there are certain sorts of jackets, but I don't really know I don't know the names of them.
Like, are you talking about blazers, or are you talking more about a jacket that would go over an outfit, like a light sort of jacket?
Light jacket. I guess. How to
like
define them?
Along the
probably
line.
For me.
So that could be a formula for you. It would be a longer line jacket with a blouse and whatever you like to pair that with. I imagine that would be a pant.
Yeah.
Thanks, Simone. No worries. Lovely to see you. Bye. You know, that would, if you like those and you enjoy those, I would start a formula around a long line coat.
Okay.
And then
Great.
you know what you're looking for when you're going out to stores for that. And you might think about adding 3 or 4, some in neutrals, some in colour.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. If anyone's got any other questions, feel free to email me, or if you want to go back and review this recording, I'll upload it and I'll send it out on email as well. But I hope that was valuable today. And if you've got any other topics that you'd like me to cover through these sessions, please let me know, and I can add them in for 2022.
Brilliant. Thanks so much,
Beautiful.
Lucy. So generous.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
So have a
Lucy.
beautiful, lovely to see you all. Have a
Thanks,
wonderful
Lucy.
Christmas and New Year, and hopefully I'll see you all in 2022. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks, Darren. Ciao. See you
Yeah.
later.
Bye.
Bye.